Boy, you. Yes, you. Um, I'd really appreciate it. I'm begging you, please. Um, no, not really. I don't know. I just kind of want some comments, you know? I feel like I'm kind of just talking to nothing here. Even though I can see people are watching. I feel like this is kind of like, I don't know. I feel like a baby. And like, people comment, please. And I just think it'd be more interesting, at least for me. Have more topics to talk about if I kind of knew what, I don't know, anyone was even watching for. I can see some people are kind of watching. Just don't really have any more topics for a lot of things. Kind of think about like what I want to talk about before I start a video. But I just don't know what I should be talking about. I think it's just because, you know, just still starting out with this stuff. It's still kind of like weird and new. Still trying to figure out what my style is. Even this, it's like, I don't know. I know people probably first came in watching for Monster Hunter, and then I haven't done that in a while. So yeah, I don't know. I'm probably gonna maybe go back to Monster Hunter. I've been thinking about going back to video games again recently, but I don't know. I really want to focus on art because there's like a project that I kind of talked about a while ago. I haven't really brought it up much since. That I really want to get done and stuff. I really want to do. I'm trying to focus on that and do a lot of art. But now I just feel like I feel like I want to play games, but I just don't really have a good reason to at all now. But you know, it happens, I guess. But anyway, I guess I'll kind of be talking about, look, and there's something to talk about there, I guess. The drawing that you're seeing here. So after drawing a bunch of people and a bunch of faces, decided to try to put all that to use into a culmination of an actual like person drawing. I kind of wanted to be still like made up, not like I just copied an image, but like kind of something I made on my own, kind of. Because I'm pretty sure you probably have seen from the thumbnail and maybe the title probably too. I don't know about the title yet. I'll make it up at some point, at least something stupid as usual. But yeah, you probably kind of should know who this is. If not, then you probably will. And then if you don't know anything about, I guess I'll just kind of say it, Pokemons, then you probably don't know this person at all, but oh well. So yeah, it's kind of, they already exist, but I kind of wanted to do my own little spin, or my own version of it. That's what I was trying to do here. Kind of use anatomy and stuff that I learned and picked up. And I think it turned out alright. Pretty much another big issue with this was I was trying to put like a real perspective-y and make it like her like boot shoe thing in the front was like really big in perspective, and so was her hand, I guess, because it was closer towards the camera. But it was kind of hard to do that, so that kind of made this whole thing a bit crazier and harder to just do in general. Oh yeah, that was something. And of course, as usual, this was all Procreate, recorded on a tablet, so the recording might be a bit because for me it's a bit broken and jank. I don't know what exactly does that. I don't know if it's gonna appear like that for you guys. I hope not, but I don't know. If anybody has any tips or ideas about that, or like what I should do, because I don't know, sometimes it feels like it works pretty well, and then sometimes it works pretty flippin' awfully. So I don't know, I guess that's another thing. If you're watching and listening, you can comment about, because I have no idea. I'm just still trying to figure it out. But you know, I don't know. I've really been thinking about maybe doing some more game stuff by myself, maybe. I don't feel like I really am probably gonna do the Monster Hunter thing with my girlfriend again until, not for a little while, maybe until I can get like a different setup so that it's easier for us both to like record and get our audios together like at the same time, because right now it was just kind of hard, and that kind of made like the playthrough a little jank with the recordings. But it was pretty fun to do, so we're definitely, I would say definitely gonna return to that. But I might just end up playing, well, sorry if you can hear my computer exploding. It happens sometimes, but I just end up playing something else by myself maybe. I've been thinking about doing that. I just don't really know. I've been trying really hard to focus on just art. I feel like I'm kind of getting somewhere with it, or I'm really trying to get somewhere with it now. So yeah. At this point, I think we're gonna get to coloring soon, but anyway, I guess what was going on with this drawing, I'll try to talk more about that. I wrote at the top as you can kind of not see anymore, but it was like, this is gonna be hard because I suck at drawing people, and if this is like the first video of mine that you're watching, then that might be the first time you heard me say that, but if not, and you've watched all my content so far, then you would know that yeah, I say that a lot because I really do. I suck at drawing people. It's nothing I've ever really drawn. My art journey was, it kind of just started with dragons and cool things like that. And you know, I didn't really change it. I don't know, I didn't really draw people ever, so it kind of just stayed as me drawing like weird creatures and stuff. So I'm like kind of decent with creatures, and with people I'm awful. And I've been trying to get better with people recently for the project to kind of talk about sometimes. And yeah, that was kind of what I was doing for a while, and now this is the first thingy. And I probably I don't know, maybe you guys can tell who it is by now if you don't know like the name and whatever. And I don't know if you somehow went in blind or something, or maybe I made the thumbnail not extremely visible. I don't know. Thumbnails too, I kind of just bunk around until it looks ugly enough that I'm like, yeah, that's good. That's another thing of mine. I kind of like stupid looking things. That's not really an excuse to like be like, oh, my art sucks, and it's supposed to be like that. If it sucks, then it sucks. But I also like stupid things. So sometimes I'll try to make things look stupid, and then sometimes I just like things. I think I confuse myself because I'm kind of like watching this and trying to understand what's going on. Anyway, I try to make things stupid sometimes, and then other times I just suck. So yeah, there you go. So for the thumbnails, they're usually really weird or something. So I don't know what this one's gonna be yet. But you know, it happens. Oh yeah, this recording's gonna be the full like image. As far as you know, that I know that it should just be the whole thing. Gonna be the before. I used to split things up. I only did it like once or twice, kind of, and then I kind of was like, whatever. I'll just put it all together. I try to speed run this thing a bit faster, so it's like I did this pretty quick, decently-ish quick. So yeah, that was cool. I was like glad I did that. And I think it still took me like 12 or something plus hours, but it was only out in like a couple of days instead of like a couple of weeks. It was like maybe a week, maybe. It was like maybe a week. So that was cool. I did it pretty quick this time. Yeah, thumbnail's gonna look stupid, so if you can't tell, you can maybe tell now, or if not, then you'll definitely be able to tell in like a couple, probably seconds, because I'll probably put the colors in, and then you'll get a much better idea. And you kind of just see it in her hand right now, but it's, oh, not yet. I'll just tell you because it's stupid. She's gonna be holding a Pokeball. It's a Pokemon trainer. It's Marnie, the weird pink girl that has a stupid name. There's the ball. Anyway, yeah. And and just as a spoiler, and probably also if you saw it in the thumbnail, or if not, I have no idea. She's gonna have a little I don't remember what it was called. It was called something really weird. It was, I don't know, something stupid. I just throw out a Pokemon name, but I know it's not the right one. Something stupid like Volt Chip. I don't know what it was. I'm pretty sure that's another Pokemon, so whatever. I'm kind of a Pokemon fan. I used to play them a bit. I think the last one I like fully played was like Black and White, the first one. And they were fun. I like them. I like Pokemon. I haven't really played them recently, and I didn't play the one with this girl. I think it was Sword and Shield, but I did see her a lot, and I did think she looked really cool. I thought she has a very cool design. I think maybe something with the stupid looking pink girly dress, and then like super cool jacket, I think is a cool design. Because I can like think of like Aerith also does that in like Final Fantasy, and she looks kind of cool. I just thought she looks cool, and she's supposed to be like a punk rock kind of girl, or like edgy sort of. I don't know. I never really played the game, so I don't know exactly how she's supposed to be. But I liked her design, and they thought she looked cool, so I was gonna do it. And also, I kind of get it. I know. I just kind of talked about it twice. I think both my last videos are about it. It's like the girl art, but I was trying really hard for this one to make it just cool, because that's all I do with my art. I just try to make things look cool. So that was the objective of this, is just make her look not stupid, but in fact cool. And that's kind of why I like the character, because I think she looks cool. That's what I was trying to do here. I was trying to make her look like a cool Marnie. It's a really stupid name. I hate her name. I wish she was like, I don't know, almost like anything else. I don't know if they give her like a nickname in the game, or if nobody says it out loud, but it's awful sounding. I hate it, but whatever. Yeah, that was, I guess, pretty much what was going on. I was trying to get like the pose and the gesture and anatomy at the very start, and then I was trying to put like the clothes on top of the drawing, and then I put in like flat colorings, and then I think pretty soon, or I think right now, I was kind of doing a bit more of the fine details to get all the like little intricate bits. I think at this point I was a little like antsy, kinda like I didn't know exactly what I should be doing next, and I was kind of trying to like figure out ways to like go about it, and I think that like wasted a bit of time. And then even at the end, or like what I decided to do, I think also kind of wasted a bit of time, and I could have just done it faster by just kind of putting the colors down, which is usually what I would do, but I don't know, I just didn't really. And I was trying a bit harder, but I was also just being kind of stupid. So yeah, there's a bit of like this for a while, and like freaking about and kind of like messing with a bunch of shader effects and layering effects, and I don't think most of them worked out. I think I kind of decided just go painting on top of this. I think I maybe put some shading like this, maybe, but then I still ended up like drawing on top of the shading too. So in total it was kind of stupid, but you know. And then at the very end, I guess I'll kind of give a spoiler for that. I think it looks all right at the end. She looks pretty freaking ugly, but you know what? It's all right. I think that's an official mark of it not being that girl art, because it looks really ugly. So, you know, I guess I did it without making it looking like that girl art. And she looks kind of cool. I kind of liked her pose. And oh yeah, the middle finger thing. Originally she would just kind of be like, I don't know, normal with her hand being down, but then I was like, she's punky and I don't like this picture right now, so I'll just try to do something weird. So I just kind of had her shoot in the middle finger, and then at some point I think of the idea. I think I'll draw it soon. I think at some point it should happen pretty soon, or I'll just kind of put in a random looking sketch, or it might have already happened. I don't think it has though. But I'll put like a random looking sketch of like a bunch of stuff going around her, and then like a little thing to her side, and then later on I'll color it, and that'll be like the Pikachu creature. I don't know what its name was, but whatever. I don't think it really mattered. It didn't look that interesting of a Pokemon. It was just kind of like the Pikachu of that game. Every Pokemon usually has a different version of like a Pikachu, or it's just kind of like an electric rat. It's kind of like, oh, this is the Pikachu of that game, but and this was, I guess, her main companion. And I felt like the canvas was a bit empty and maybe could like use some cool effects and stuff, so I was trying to do something like that. And I was kind of trying to base it off of, I didn't really look at it, but I was kind of going off the memory, the feeling, and the emotions of this one drawing that what is the people, Drawfee. You probably never heard of them, because they're not a channel with like 1 million or 2 or something views, or I don't know how many. I think they're a pretty decently well-known art channel. They kind of just do a bunch of stuff, and it's like 4 people. One of them, I think her name is Karina. I like her art. She's pretty cool. I like all their art, but she's cool because she does like weird things that are very interesting, and pretty realistic. And I usually like pretty realism is things. And she does this one where they're like combining Hollow Knight with Dark Souls, and she does a character, the stupid spider girl thing, I don't remember her name right now, Hornet or whatever. She puts like these weird fire effects all around her, and I thought they looked pretty cool. And they're kind of just like these giant triangle shard things, and they kind of look like fire electricity, and that's kind of what I was just trying to like copy for this. But I made them like a lot more and a lot less sharp and a lot more electrical y, kind of just like wiry wisp. But I think it looked pretty cool, so thanks for that idea, Karina from Drawfee, channel of drawing coffee. So yeah, pretty much what's going on with the drawing now is I was trying to figure out how to make it look not ugly, because I feel like my brushes still super suck. I was trying to figure out the shading, trying to get the coloring. I was looking at a few references as usual. I think it was like a couple I had to find for like the one I found later on. There's like a picture that had, it was like concept art of her that had like every part of her designed, like obviously drawn out at every angle, or most angles that you needed to see them, and things kind of explain more. And it was like, oh, the hair goes here and this happens, this her little symbol on the back, that's the symbol. And it was like, oh, I wish I kind of found this earlier. But it was like a concept art, I think, from the official Pokemon people that literally just had like every part of her design like fleshed out and obviously visible. But I just use a couple of pictures from like different angles to get most of her like design traits and stuff in. And so yeah, I think what was going on, I was trying to mess with the shading stuff to make it look good, and then it looked gross, so I just kept going back over it and stuff. And I think that was because of my brush made it look kind of gross. I was trying to use, I think at one point near the start-ish, I tried to use some airbrush, or I think recently I did again. But I just don't like it, and I kind of get that I don't think I used it properly, because the way my girlfriend says she uses it is, she says at the very start of her drawing, she'll kind of use the airbrush for like base coating. And I knew that, but I just kind of forgot, because this is, as you can like kind of tell for my channel and stuff, this is the first time in a little bit where I did like a full finished kind of illustration. So I kind of forgot about like doing that. I was like, oh shoot, I'll just try to put airbrush on top of the colors already. And it didn't really work out too well. So I was thinking maybe for the next thing that I'm gonna do, I don't know what it's gonna be. I'm already doing new stuff now, but it's not like another fully finished illustration yet that I've been doing. But I was thinking maybe for the next like illustration kind of thing, I was gonna maybe try to start with airbrush, maybe move into my weird thick lined brush thing. I don't remember what it's called. It's a Cynics one. I think I talk about it sometimes, like the hard liner or something weird, something like that. And recently, I guess I'll kind of talk about that, because we're getting close to the end of this thing. I've been working on more people. I think I said that last time too, but yeah, it's just more people. I kind of just decided to do a bunch of Monster Hunter people, but it's just sketches and stuff of them to kind of, I don't know, build more of, you know, like the mental imaging processing brain scan art stuff. It does a lot of words. You probably don't understand what any of them meant, but the idea of them, I hope you get, is that I'm just trying to get better at drawing people, so I decided to draw Monster Hunter people. But they're all just kind of basic sketches of them, and that's kind of what I've just been doing recently. It's just another like 100 people challenge thing that aren't very challenge-ish, but I market them as challenges to get the views and to get the views flowing. There's a little secret for you people. I think this one's getting pretty close to the end. And oh yeah, I guess that's another thing. If you're a real Marnie fan, you're like, what the frick? Wait, hold on, you're missing something. At the very end, I realized she has like black nail polish, so I put that in like right towards the like actual end when I was like looking at the picture again and be like, is everything all right? Is everything good? I don't think it was shown here. That usually happens with some of the recordings. I kind of mess up like something I'm supposed to record. Oh yeah, I changed the design of this thing a little bit to kind of, I feel like it looked a little weird, so I was like, I'll try to make it look a little better and like fit with her, and still kind of like have the dark areas be away from the dark areas on her, and how like kind of like if she's dark in her, I don't know, in this certain area, then I'll like keep that color away. Or like for the pink of her skirt, I try to keep it away from the pink of the background. And then like I try to keep the white near the darker areas, you know, kind of trying to think about a background. And if you don't know what the heck her background is, I don't really know what it is either, but she kind of seems to have this design of like a punk rock thing, and it kind of looks like this. Like most of her stuff has some design that's like this. Here's the rat. Anyway, so most of her like weird background art stuff will have like a design like this, or I think she has like gym clothing, gym leader clothing, not like going to the gym, that'd be weird. gym leader clothing from Pokemon's, because she is a gym leader, I think. She has clothing that has like symbols and stuff like this, so I kind of just copied that for the background. And then yeah, here's her stupid rat. I kind of did the same thing as I did for her. I kind of drew down the line art stuff, put a base coat, and then went on top of the line art layer and put down the actual more specific coloring. But his was way simpler because he's just a stupid looking rat. And at first I was thinking like, oh, I don't know how I'm supposed to make a Pokemon match the style of the dumb girl. But he kind of just did at the end. I kind of just like, I'll try to put realistic shading and that'll make it work. And it kind of just did. And I didn't really care to try to make it look like fur stuff. I was thinking about maybe trying to make him look like he was furry. But I was like, whatever. Who cares? I maybe should have left his symbols like this. I feel like they just look really cool as his patterning. Because the actual him, I think I'm going to change it anyway a little bit, but him actually has like a bit stronger zigzags on his body. But I think this looks neat. Or actually, no, I kind of liked how it looked before with the like messy zigzags, but whatever. So yeah, that's pretty much just him. That's him kind of done. And then yeah, now I'm going to do the electrical sparks. Kind of gotta mess with them a little bit. I use a couple more brushes. I use airbrush, Cynics, glow brush, and I think maybe another brush. I don't remember which one though. Some round-ish one. I think it was the Cynics coloring brush. I think I already went over it. Maybe mess with them a little bit. The perspective to kind of get them to like get bigger towards the screen. And then I kind of like got rid of some and focused it a little bit, made them glow. That was the glow brush. And yeah. And then it's gonna go to Procreate. So yeah, thanks for watching. Goodbye from me. See you later.